Hello everyone, I am Nitya. Welcome to my YouTube channel Difference Matters. So, in today's video, let's start with the trigonometry concept. So, before starting with the video, I'll give you a brief of my video. First, I will give you an introduction of trigonometry, later followed by the Pythagoras theorem. So, most of them know about Pythagoras theorem, but let me go with the scratch. So, Pythagoras theorem is most important concept and theorem throughout the maths, not only in trigonometry. Okay, so next I will give you a six functions of trigonometry, list of them and definition of them and how it goes about it, and then trigonometric table, that is standard table. So you all may be knowing that is what is sine 30, angle sine 30, what is sine 45, sine 60. So I would like to give them and how to remember them very easily with short simple trick. Okay, so come, let's start with the chapter.
Trigonometry. Tri means it is three. Okay. And trigno means it is nothing but a three-sided or three angle. And metry means the measurement. So trigonometry means that it is a three-sided or a three-angle measurement. So the whole chapter deals with a three-sided or three-angle measurement. To be more clear, it deals with the triangles. Okay. So the next concept is Pythagoras theorem. So I've already told you Pythagoras theorem is the most important theorem throughout the chapter. Okay, like it's a fundamental and it's a basic concept you should be knowing. Okay, not only in trigonometry, in maths also it's like a basic thing you should be knowing. After which you will continue, will further continue with the new concept and solve the problems. Okay, so now Pythagoras theorem is given to the right angle triangle. I mean that this Pythagoras theorem is applicable only for the right angle triangle. So now what is right angle triangle? Right angle triangle is nothing but a triangle having one of its angle as 90 degree. Okay. So everybody knows, right? A triangle will be having angles and three sides. These are the sides and these are the three angles, right? So right angle triangle means a triangle having one of its angle as 90 degree. So let me name the triangle. Okay, and one more important thing you should be knowing is you have 90 degree, right? You have 90 degree. The opposite side of that angle is called as hypotenuse. This side, that is AC, is called as hypotenuse. So based on this, the theorem stands. Okay, and one more thing is that the hypotenuse is the longest side of the right angle triangle. Okay, now let us see what does the Pythagoras theorem statement says. Okay, so it states that hypotenuse square is equals to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. It means that I'll give you with the variable equation. So let me consider AC as X, okay, and BC as Y, and AB as Z. Okay, so let me give an equation. What does the theorem stands? So it says that x square is equals to y square plus z square. This is what the theorem states. And this is the equation. It is a simpler way to understand. It means that hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the square of the other two sides. Okay, now to make it more clear, I'll take a numbers and show this statement is true. So let me take x as 5 and y as 4, z as 3. So now let me first tell where this kind of formula or this theorem is applicable, why you need this. Okay, so because that is most important. Now they'll give you a right angle triangle, okay, and ask you to find the other two sides. Suppose they have given AB length, okay, and they have given AC length. Then they'll ask you to find out the AB length. Then you can use this Pythagoras theorem, okay, simultaneously with other two sides also. So let me substitute the given numbers which I've considered. I've considered 3, 4, 5 because it's a triplet. Why I've considered triplets? The only reason because my simplification will be easier. Okay, it need not be single digit. It can be like two digits, three digits also. Okay. So let me substitute now. What is 5? I've considered 5 as x, right? So I'll take it as 5 square. Then y is what? 4. 4 square. Z is what? 3. 3 square. So I've written it according to the formula. Now again here, you should be knowing with the squares. See, since it's a single digit, you can tell it very fast and easier. But I would prefer you all to learn squares from 1 to 20. So that would be more faster and easier to calculate. Okay. Now, if they ask what is 16 square, again you have to do like this 16 into 16 and the time will be wasted. That's the reason if you know what is 16 square, then the simplification will make more faster. Okay. So let me solve it. What is 5 square? 5 square is 25. What is 4 square? 4 square is 16. And 3 square is 9. So let me simplify. 25 is equal to 16 plus 9. What is it? It's 25, right? So see, the statement holds good. We proved it. We came to know the theorem, the statement or the equation which we have given, it's true. Okay, so now you understood, right? What is a Pythagoras theorem stands and why it is useful, where you use it, right? So to find the unknown side, you use it. Okay, unknown side of the right angle triangle only. So from this slide, actual concept of trigonometry starts. Okay, I've already told you that trigonometry have 6 functions, right? One is sine, then cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. Okay, these are the 6 functions of the trigonometry. Now, I would also say that if you learn these 3 functions, that is sine, cosine, and tangent, then these 3 functions are easy. If you learn this, you will get this because it's a reciprocal of them. Okay, now to define sine, cosine, tangent, or other 3 functions, like all the 6 functions, you will define it in 2 ways with respect to your schools or colleges. Okay, one, you will consider a right angle triangle. This trigonometry chapter completely is based on right angle triangle. Okay, now when I consider right angle triangle, I have already told you that there are 3 angles, right? So one is 90 and other 2 angles. So with respect to it, hypotenuse is fixed. Wherever the right angle is there, 90 degree is there, then that is the opposite side is always hypotenuse, that is fixed. See, in this also it is fixed. Here the 90 degree comes and the opposite side is hypotenuse. Correct? So this hypotenuse is fixed with respect to any kind of definition. Only the varying part is opposite, adjacent, perpendicular, and base. First, let me tell you the first definition, how it will be defined. Before that, let me consider one angle. Okay, I'll consider this angle. The angle can vary. I can take an angle as theta, alpha, any kind of. This is a constant. This is a variable I've just considered. Okay, any, you can also consider, take it as A also, B, any alphabets. Okay, now this theta is the angle which I've considered. Based on this theta, my sine, cosine, tan and other functions I can define. So now I've taken this theta, right? Theta's opposite side, that is AB, sorry, BC. This side is called as opposite. I'll name it as opposite itself. I've already told you, right? This angle I've taken it as theta and opposite side is, I'll name it as opposite itself. And the other remaining side, I'll name it as adjacent. Okay, now I'll take the triangle 2, this triangle. Just look, observe it. Okay, I've considered the angle here only, that is, I've named it as A or B, any kind of constant you can take. Okay, any kind of variables. Now I've taken A. So A's opposite, I will take it as perpendicular because you know wherever the 90 degree is there, that line will be perpendicular. So this line we can name it as perpendicular and other one is base. But I would prefer you to take this triangle because it's very easy. It will not make you confusion, right? So see, angles opposite side is called as opposite, hypotenuse is fixed, and one more remaining side is adjacent. So these 3 sides are now fixed. Now how do you define now the functions? Let me see. Okay, to define the trigonometric functions, first you have to name a angle. So you all know, I've already told you in triangle, right angle triangle, there is a three angles. One is 90 and one is theta. I have named it. So I have named the theta angle as BAC. This angle I have named it as theta. It need not be theta. It can be alpha, beta, A, B, C, alphabets, anything. Okay, it's just a variable. Okay, I have named it as theta. So the sine theta is what? Sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. See, opposite by hypotenuse. With respect to theta, okay, this theta only you have to see and you have to define the sine theta. Again, cos theta. Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. Again, here also, with respect to this theta only, I have to define. It is adjacent by hypotenuse. Now, tan theta. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent. Okay. Now, I'll tell one more formula that tan theta is equals to sine theta by cos theta. Okay. So, what is sine theta? Sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse and cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. Okay. Hypotenuse get cancels and the remaining thing is opposite by adjacent. So, tan theta is opposite by adjacent. Okay, now I've told you that if you remember sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta, other three functions are free. It's like the reciprocal of them, correct? So sine theta is the reciprocal of cos, and cos theta is reciprocal of sec theta, tan theta is a reciprocal of cot theta. Okay, so again, I've told you that if you remember these three are free. And if you forget what is tan also, you can use this formula that is tan theta is equals to sine theta and you can solve. Okay, so now what? If you know only what is sine theta and cos theta, then you can find the other remaining four functions. Okay, now see, I've told you how the other three functions is the reciprocal. I'll tell you. See, in the same order it is. Sine theta is cos theta's reciprocal, cos theta is sec theta's reciprocal, tan theta is cot theta. See, I'll write it down. Sine theta is equals to 1 by cosec theta. Okay, same way, cos theta is the is equals to 1 by sec theta and tan theta is equals to 1 by cot theta. Okay, so now you know what is sine theta, what is cos theta, and what is tan theta. So by this you can find out what is cosec theta. So you know what is sine theta, right? Sine theta is what? I'm just substituting in the given in this formula. In this, I'm just substituting. Okay, what is sine? Sine is opposite by hypotenuse. Correct. And the remaining thing I'll write it as it is. 1 by cosec theta. So I'll just reverse it. What will happen? Cosec theta is equals to hypotenuse by opposite. See, I got cosec theta. In the same way, just do it for cos theta and tan theta. You will get it as sec theta as opposite by adjacent and cot theta as adjacent by opposite. Okay. Now we are clear with the six trigonometric functions. Correct. Now, so I told you with the theta angle also it varies. Correct. So now theta may not be in the angle BAC. It can be here also. Just observe the other triangle. I can name theta here also. But as I've already told you, theta's opposite is always opposite and hypotenuse is fixed and the adjacent. The remaining side is adjacent. So the naming of the triangle will change, but the definition of the six functions will not change. Okay, so keep that in your mind. Just the naming of the triangles you should be knowing. That's it. If you know that, and then the definition will be easy. Okay. Next concept is trigonometric table. So I think most of them is aware of trigonometric table and everybody in the school or college they will recommend you to by heart this trigonometric table from 0 degree to 90 degree, correct? If they ask what is cos 0, you have to tell it is 1. or cos 45, 1 by root 2, and so on. Correct. But I would say please don't by heart it, because if you by heart, sometimes you may get confused, right, with 1 by 2 or 1 by root 2, like that. So for the angle 30, 45, and 60 degree, you have two triangles. If you remember these two triangles, then to tell these three degrees with respect to the six functions, it's very easy. Okay, you know the definition, right? Anyhow, so to define, just remember the definition and just implement in these triangles. Okay, so I've considered the right angle triangle. Just observe the first triangle. I've considered the right angle triangle. So now here 90 degree is fixed. Correct. So let us see. See, there's a 30 degree here and 60 degree here in this respective triangle. Okay, with this degrees, I have just taken hypotenuse as 2 and the other side, that is opposite to the 60 degree, as root 3, and the opposite to the 30 degree as 1. See, this is fixed. The opposite of 30 degree is 1 and the opposite of 60 degree is root 3 is fixed. And anyhow, hypotenuse don't change. It's 2. You can change the angle also. See, I can take a triangle like this. I don't want 30 degree here. I can name it as 30 degree here and 60 degree here. But the naming of the sides should be the same. See, 60 degrees opposite is always what? Root 3. Correct? And 30 degrees opposite is what? 1. And hypotenuse is fixed. It's 2. Okay, the sides numbering should not change. You should remember what? 60 is opposite, sides angle is 30, length is 30, and 30 degrees opposite length measurement is 1 and hypotenuse is 2. Okay, now how do you name it? Now you know what is sine theta definition, correct? Sine theta is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. Correct. So let us consider this theta as 30, as 30 degree. Okay, now what is sine 30? Sine 30's angle is here. See, it's 30 is here, right? 30's opposite side is what? This one. And what is the measurement I've given here? 1, right? So I'll write it. Opposite is 1. Okay, now hypotenuse. I should consider the same triangle and hypotenuse is what? 2. I'll write it. 2. Anyhow, the hypotenuse is fixed. You can write easily. But when you are seeing opposite and adjacent, you should be careful. Okay, I've written it for sine 30. Now let me take tan 45. Okay, with the second triangle. So let me just say what the how the second triangle goes. Okay. See, in second triangle, I have considered one angle as 90, that is fixed because I have considered right angle triangle, and the other two angles are 45 and 45. Okay. And 45 and 45, you know, right? So both the sides are same, both the angles are same means obviously the opposite sides length should be same, that is 1 and 1. And here hypotenuse side's length is root 2. Okay, now let us see. You know what is the definition of tan 45? Tan 45 is opposite by adjacent. Correct. Let's substitute. Okay, so tan 45. So I'll consider this triangle and 45, right? 45, you can consider this 45 or this 45. Anyhow, both the opposite side is 1 and 1, so it doesn't matter. So let me consider 45 and its opposite side is 1, right? Opposite side of 45 is 1. Okay, I'll write it. Okay, opposite is 1. Then adjacent again 45. If you consider any 45 also doesn't matter. See, if I consider 45 here, opposite is 1. If I consider this angle 45, that is 1. And adjacent is what? This one with respect to 45 angle here. Adjacent is also 1. If I take here 45, adjacent is also 1. So what is it? Adjacent is 1. So let us see what is tan 45. See, tan 45 is what? 1. See here, tan 45 is 1. Okay, now I think you are clear with the angle 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree. Okay, now let me tell you how to remember 0 degree and 90 degree. It's also very simple. Okay, let me show how it is. Okay, for sine 0 degree, so let me start with 0 only. You don't have any formula for this or any trick for this. You can just keep a small trick and you can remember, but you don't have any triangle for 0 degree and 90 degree. Okay, so let me show. For sine 0, I'll start with 0. Sine 0 is 0. Okay, and sine 90 is 1. See, sine 90 is 1. Okay, now I'm started with 0 and ended with 1. So I'll continue with 1 again here with cos 0. Cos 0 is 1 and cos 90 is 0. Okay, now again I'll start with 0 because I've ended with 0. Tan 0 is 0 and tan 90 is not defined. So why is it not defined? Tan 90 is not defined. I've written it here, right? So why is it? So you know the formula, right? You know the formula that tan theta is equals to sine theta by cos theta. Correct. Now what is sine 0? Now I should take it as sine 0 by cos 0. Sorry, sine 0. Correct. So what is sine 0? Sine 0 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So you should be knowing this also. This is also most important thing that 0 by 1 is nothing but 0 and 1 by 0 is nothing but infinity. This thing you should be knowing. So instead of writing infinity, I've written not defined. So not defined means what? Infinity means do you have any particular number? No, right? So that doesn't infinity means nothing but not defined. Okay. Now again let's continue. Okay. Again it ended with not defined. So again cosine 0 is not defined. Okay. And again it will come with 1. You should remember this 1 here. Okay. How it is? You know what is the reciprocal of sine? Sine is cosine. Correct? Wait, cosine. So, cosine 90. Cosine 90 is what? 1 by sine 90. Correct? So, what is 1 sine 90? Sine 90 is 1. So, it is equals to 1. Okay. Now again in this trigonometry table also, if you know what is sine, cos and tan properly and perfectly, not even tan, only sine and cos, then the other will be the same. Just the reciprocal of sine and cos is cosine and sec and tan is cot. Okay, and if you don't know tan also, you know tan theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta, right? Just substitute it and tell. In the starting stage to remember, you will make some time, you will take some time and to tell it, it will be little like 1 or 3 or 5 or 6 seconds. But if you make a practice of it, then you can tell within the fraction of seconds only. Okay. Now let's continue. So what is sec? Sec again it will come with 1. Again it is not defined. Because if you know first three functions I've already told you, right? If you know these three is free. So in the same way other three will go. Okay. Now are you all clear with the trigonometric table? Okay, so I would say for the 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree, you have to remember this triangle, this two triangle. For 0 and 90, I've told you the simple trick. You can remember it like that and remember the trigonometric table in a easier and better way. Okay, just make a note of these two triangles and stick it with a sticky note. Okay, wherever you just go through it daily, at least for 3 to 4 days, and then it will be fixed in your mind. Okay, that's all with the today's class. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for watching my video. Please do subscribe, like and share and click on the bell icon so that you get more updates on my video. Bye bye.